So people canceled in 2020. We got Lana Del Rey. She was accused of her songs not empowering women, and her reaction to it was shouting out at a lot of other women and saying that they also don't do that. And people were like, well, we'll get into like the right way to deal with this, but like people were like, you didn't apologize. You just divert. You try to divert.
Well, if I'm doing this, like they're doing it too. Yeah. That type of like middle school thing.
Yeah. Does it make it better that they're doing
started it?
Yeah, they started it.
That's
exactly.
an interesting one. Can we talk about this for a second?
Sure.
I hate that. Like she's an artist. She can put out whatever she wants to put out as far as her own art. Just because she's a woman putting out art doesn't mean her art or her product needs to empower other women. How dare you make music that doesn't empower other women? That's fucking ridiculous.
I think we'll get to this down the line, but I think my take is when you have this much influence, it's important to be a good role model. And if you're not a good role model, people will call you out for that. And part of my take on cancel culture is like the backlash can only go so far. Like Lana Del Rey is going to keep making music. This isn't stopping her, but it's just like calling her attention to, hey, maybe you should be a good role model. Yeah, she can keep creating whatever she wants, but like if you're going to be an influencer and reach millions of people, like, lift them up, send a positive message.
Well, the thing I don't know. I don't think there should be an obligation there.
I'm in the middle of you two on this one. Usually were when you became a singer. If your goal when you became a singer was to be famous, then I think you have a responsibility as a famous person to set a good example. I think sometimes people are just good singers and they get notarized for it and they didn't ask for the fame. And so maybe they don't owe anyone a responsibility. It's even more potent for athletes who were, this was a way out of a situation. They were just really a good athlete. And the only way to make money off of being a good athlete is also being famous, and so they get put in a tough situation where like, I just love the sport. And now all of a sudden every word I say is being hung on. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got too deep in this. I just want to kind of rush through these. Maybe we can log these examples in our heads as I go through them, because I want to, Cheek, like in that situation, I want to hear right away your gut reaction to that. But so I don't know who Leah Michelle is, but this year, she's the Glee lady. Oh.
Heyo.
Wow. It didn't take long. So basically it says things got worse when other co-stars shared their experiences with Michelle and they were not good. She was basically found out to be like very hard to work with and tough. And I think that's so some of these are going to be interesting examples to lead into conversations later, because there's different levels of atrocity, so to speak. That's a dramatic word, but it's important to note that there's different ways. And sometimes I think our society handles them all the same way. And I think that can be an issue. Jimmy Fallon, this one surprised me. Do you guys remember this happening?
No clue. I'm surprised to see his name.
So in 2000, when he was on SNL, he did blackface and impersonated Chris Rock. And he apologized. And he was like, he just flat out said, "I'm sorry." And I view Jimmy Fallon as a good person. He seems like he's always doing the right things. To me, tell me if I'm wrong. Seems like a joyous person with a good family. He doesn't seem like there's any blemishes on his record. So that might play into the context of this. But his flat out apology for me serves better than the Lana Del Rey deflection. He apologized. He said, in 2000, when on SNL, I made a terrible decision due to an impersonation of Chris Rock while in blackface, which is the biggest issue, obviously. There is no excuse for this. I'm very sorry for making this unquestionably offensive decision, and thank all for holding me accountable. That's a good apology, at least. It doesn't maybe make up for it. But going on, we got Doja Cat. She took part in racist chat rooms. We got Vanessa Hudgens. Didn't like it when a festival was canceled due to the pandemic, and she was basically saying that if everyone gets it, that's okay. We should still hold it. Yeah, it's tough call.
Not a good look.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling is a known transphobic person. I was surprised that one happened in 2020 because that's this list. Yeah, she's super transphobic.
Is she? That's insane. That surprises me, especially with how, I guess not outright, but like she wrote in, gay roles for her characters in Harry Potter. It surprises, and I feel like you think that somebody,
right? If you're
people that go along,
you're pro-gay, you can probably assume pro-LGBT
isn't too far to jump.
She's notably progressive. Yeah, it's surprising.
Trans
like
people.
I was surprised when I heard it too. Like I saw that, and I had to do a ton of research. I didn't want to believe it. I was just flabbergasted that she fell in that category. Because she's very good for women. She's very outspoken. I follow her on Twitter just to keep a tab. When people get controversial, I start following them on Twitter.
Right.
Because that's
Stay in the loop.
That's where things get interesting too, But yeah, I follow her. She's it's like she draws this hard line. It's crazy. Demi Lovato, hashtag Demi is over party. People thought they found a fake account of Demi Lovato. I'm just reading this verbatim, that she used to make fun of Selena Gomez. There was no evidence it was her account, but the internet was quick to cancel the singer, and it was all over the headlines. Interesting. Use that motorcycle running by, but that's an interesting one, because I think based on how, given that we don't have a ton of context on this, and that's another issue with a lot of cancel culture, but taking this for the paragraph that it is. It sounds like she got canceled quick. People were too quick to the draw. Sebastian Stan. I was surprised to hear this one because Disney's going all in on Sebastian Stan. They're doing the whole thing. He was canceled because his girlfriend did something. And she had a caption called like Asian Night. And it was kind of a racist caption. Not kind of, it was a racist caption. So that's another. We're seeing really all the variations of how someone can get canceled here. And then there's Ellen DeGeneres. She is, as far as I know, the biggest one this year. This is just one list. I just wanted to get it had a good representation of all types of being canceled. She has been known now for being very different off screen. Like she's Dory in Finding Nemo. She's this joyous, like talk show host, even though she has like a dry sense of humor.
Very popular image.
Yeah, popular image. I love her. I like her like in front of the camera personality, but there have been so many reports now of people saying like there's videos too of her like screaming at people and being like just really mean to people, like Christian Bale-esque, like behind the scenes, like yelling. And did Portia even come out with? Is she splitting with Portia, her wife?
Oh, I have no idea. I actually didn't even know Ellen DeGeneres was on here. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Yeah,
I'm not in the loop on any of these really.
Yeah, she was canceled. She's one of those where I think because her show's still on. I think it just got they like pushed it back. So E's gonna at some point talk about like how he doesn't think cancel culture. I don't think cancel culture
is a thing.
Yeah, which is an interesting take. I'm excited to talk about it. So yeah, that's just kind of rundown. Sorry for holding everyone back on their opinions on these individual cancellations. We will get to them